Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Nuff channel. In this video we're going to review Game Week 12 of the 2024 Fantasy Premier League season. So, a below average week for us, only getting 46 points, which saw our Game Week rank way down 6 million and saw us drop back outside of the top 1 million overall, so at about 1.3 mil overall. We did do a few transfers this week. Not that any of them particularly helped us in the short term, but you always do those transfers with a bit of a longer term outlook. So Sanchez in goal, only getting the 1 point. I'm pretty sure that was a late penalty against Leicester was what cost him the clean sheet. So that's, a little bit unlucky there. Gabriel did get a clean sheet though with 6 points. Hall only getting the 1 point. I think there was 2 goals this morning for West Ham, so that didn't help. And Lewis getting a 0, so 3 goals and a yellow card, and only played 73 minutes. So it was a bit of a toweling, a bit unexpected against Tottenham. And with Liverpool this week, it doesn't get any easier. In our midfield, we had Smith Rowe only get 1 point, went off after 57 minutes, 58. So that didn't help, didn't get to the 60-minute mark. Fernandez we brought in this week, only getting a 2-point return. Mo Salah was the star once again, 13 points, which we obviously got as captain. And, if you look at 26 out of 46 points come down to this man, we're glad we got him. Mbemo only getting a 3-point return. Must have got a clean sheet in there. That's right, it was 0-0. Rodgers with 2 points. And then Jimenez and Haaland both blanking as well. So Haaland is a bit of a tough watch at the moment. But in saying that, Palmer also blanked. So maybe Saka was the play. I'm pretty sure he got some returns this week. But do we keep the faith? That's the question. On the bench, we had Fabianski, would have been the play, getting the 6-point clean sheet return. Delap, Aït-Nouri, Justin, all sort of blanking, not really returning anything of note. So if we have a look at the league, I can't imagine it went too well for me this week. But in saying that, I did get a win over Hematoma, so pretty sure he'd still be number 1 overall in our league. But a nasty game week rank of 8,000, or 8 million, sorry. 8,000 would be pretty good. So Pickford, clean sheet was nice. Blanks in defence, VC'd Salah, that hurt. Probably the difference in the end, what's that, an extra 13 points, would have been 52, and that would have probably done the trick. Captain Haaland, so yeah, that can't happen. Unlucky. But still top 125k overall, so not sitting too badly. But some good scores across the league. I can see Shano's Guns top scored with 87. So we'll have a look how he managed such a great return. So Flecken with 9 points in goal was really nice. Must have got some 2 bonus points. You love to see it. Gabriel with the clean sheet. Pedro Porro, 14 points. Clean sheet, goal, 3 bonus points, 2 bonus points. I guess Madison would have got the 3. So great return to have him in the team. Captain Salah had Cunha with 16 points. That's massive. 2 goals and an assist. So great pickup. Would have been 6.8, I reckon, at the time. Might have had him for longer. And I guess, had Fabianski outscored by Flecken. Could have maybe squeezed Johnson somewhere on the field, but I know I traded him out not thinking he would score against Man City. But what do I know about Fantasy Premier League? So, well done, Shano. Good result this week. Um, just quickly have a look at the other guys, see who they've got. So, Shoaib had Raya and Gabriel, had Saka as captain, so he got 13 as well. Had Cunha up front, had Salah. So, yeah, so they were the big three this week by the looks of it. Well done, Shah, for having all three of them. Havertz got a clue with 74 is pretty good. So Flecken in goals, nice. Mikolenko getting the clean sheet. Had Saka, had Cunha, so had Haaland as captain, so this could have been a lot better. João Pedro with 12 points as well. He's very tempting at 5.6 mil to bring in. Could be an interesting option. I think there was one more. So Genmac is bottom with 76. So I had Pedro Porro, Mo Salah as captain, Nicholas Jackson with 12. That's a nice return there. Saka as well. So has done quite well there for himself. And into the top million as well. So great return there by Jed Mack. So actually, we should have a look at the league ladder, I suppose. Standings. So pretty sure Sharp got off to a slow start, but has rocketed up to 7-5, and top score overall with 768. I'm on 7-5 as well, so super tight league. You know, even the East Valley Vikings Matt's team at 4-8. It's really not that bad given how close it is this season. So keep it going, guys. Great league to be a part of. So, in terms of transfers this week, I've got 2 free transfers, a bit of cash to play with. So, I guess the interesting one now, Palmer and Saka, do we try to squeeze another premium in? Although then the real question is, do we squeeze both in and give Haaland the result? Particularly, up against Liverpool, I can't imagine there'll be a lot of opportunity there for him. But you just get the feeling if you trade him out going into this run of games, it could turn around and bite you on the backside. I guess realistically, if you look at it, so Haaland's at 15, scoring 84 points, and probably like Smith, Rowe, and Rogers, they're getting you 50 points each. Whereas if you sort of trade down Haaland to get Palmer and Saka in, that's making you 2 lots of 80. So you're basically dropping an 80 and a 50 point to get the 280 points. So when you sort of talk it out loud like that, it does sound very tempting. The only issue is we've only got 2 free transfers. So do we start making the move this week? And maybe Haaland out and one of the guys in? So if we look at the matchups, Palmer has Villa this week. Saka has West Ham this week, who did prove to be quite defensively stout. And then in terms of who you take as your third forward, depending on money, I think Cunha is a great bit of value. Obviously, number 2 overall, as his appeal. I don't know if I could squeeze Jackson. I'd have to give it a go. So if we trade out Rogers, Smith Rowe, bring in Palmer, Saka. Actually, let's go Jackson. So yeah, so we're 1.1 mil off. So it means we're probably 0.1 off Cunha, which is a bit disappointing. That is not ideal. So I guess if this was a wildcard team, I know there's been talk of playing free hits and wildcards at the moment. I'd probably structure it like this: go the big hitters in the midfield, and I'm sort of including a Burma in that conversation. There's enough cheap forwards going around that you could make it work. Um, Obviously, I'd have to go all the way down to a João Pedro to make it work. And then, I've got 1.2 mil, so I guess if you did want to get, say, a Pedro Porro, uh, you take your pick, maybe Justin out. So with point 0.2 to spare, I'd have, a couple of solid defensive options every week. Lewis, Man City will come good, so he's all right. Hall and Nuri can obviously fill in if need be. Strong midfield, and then you're just picking two of these three cheaper forwards, just whoever you think can get the job done in any given week. But we'll go back to. Actually, we'll just reset to sort of talk a bit more through what my actual moves will be. What's the Arsenal fixture look like coming up? Pretty decent. I was thinking there's a world where Gabriel becomes Pyro to make up that bit of extra, and then we get Cunha and Saka Palmer in, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I'll just go to the fixtures again. I've already forgotten. So Villa, Southampton next week is nice. Spurs will be tricky. But after that, a really great run of fixtures. So Palmer's definitely in the mix. Arsenal do have a nice run of fixtures too. Man City's fixtures. So Liverpool this week, we're not expecting much. But then Forest, Palace, the Derby. So I'm interested to see how Amorim lines up against Man City, given he's had their number this season already with Sporting. Um, I think we're going to do it. So it looks like, unless I hang off on one of the big guns this week, I don't quite know if we're going to get any more value out of Smith Rowe or Rogers. It's Rogers' fixture like Chelsea's tough, a couple of easy ones. Man City, Newcastle coming up. Smith Rowe. So lots of, yeah. Might not even be able to carry Jimenez too much longer if we're being honest. So let's get Pedro in. Smith Rowe out. And who in? I think maybe the point of difference. Saka's only 20%, 28% owned, whereas Cole Palmer's up over 50. So I think we'll take the risk on Saka. So the two free trades. We've got 6.8 budget. Oh yeah, because I didn't go coup down, that's right. So yeah. No, I think that's the go. So let's lock it in. Take advantage of any price changes that come up this week. So we'll see how we go without Haaland. So in terms of the squad now, I guess it's probably going to look like this with Salah, Saka. I guess Fernandez could be included in the captaincy conversation. But despite being against Man City, we'll keep backing in Mo Salah. Uh, Sanchez against Villa, we'll probably keep. Fabianski, we want Saka to score. Uh, Delap or Jimenez is an interesting one. Might go Delap this week. And then Hall against Crystal Palace probably isn't the worst matchup. It might be Ait Nouri over Lewis. I think against Bournemouth, a better chance of a clean sheet. So it could even be that Lewis is our first sub, just in case. Yeah. So let's save the team. So that's how it's going to look going into game week 13. But we'll wrap the video up there. So as always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the FPL content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.